Hey guys, thank you for tuning back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahul. I hope you guys are staying safe wherever you are. Today, I'm standing in front of you with a very special request. Before we go ahead, let's watch this video and come back.
So I've always lived with animals from my childhood, not particularly dogs or cats, but I had rabbits and birds. And when I moved to Bangalore, I always used to go on the street and try helping the ones in need, basically our own Indian dogs. See, a dog is a dog. They don't measure how much love to give. You go buy a dog, they won't know that they are bought. It's the same, they won't know, even if somebody is adopting a dog, they won't know they are adopted. It is the love and the care that the human being gives to the dog. There is a Mudhol hound that was supposed to be euthanized in a veterinary shop, and they got him here saying that we probably can help the dog. He has some leg deformity. So we are working on that. So that's one particular breed. The person who's gone and bought the dog, not able to walk, so I don't want the dog. So these are few cases that come up. They just unconditional love what they give. And forget about them. They are seeing me every now and then. One street dog, if you're passing by and you give a small piece of biscuit, the next day or maybe after 10 days you pass by, they're going to come wagging tail towards you. That's the emotion that they share once, because they build the trust. So this organization started in 2012 in the process of finding home for an Indian dog who I found under a car, completely without fur and malnourished. So I picked her up, and that point of time I was working with a company. I was in a corporate job. While I was taking care of the puppy, I couldn't handle both. None of it was like 100%. So I quit my job and I started this full time. The entire journey started from a 2 BHK, and I used to foster about 5 to 6 at a time, and then try finding homes for the pups and the dogs which are picked off the street and which cannot survive back on the street again. So the numbers just kept increasing, and luckily I found this place through a friend where I could house more than 10-15, and at the moment now we have about 100 in the shelter. The 5th year we opened this cattery. So there were a lot of calls coming in for cats also, where mother cats had died or got attacked by a dog, and the cats are very tiny. So we first put them in a foster home where they are taken care like 24 hours, because kittens are very vulnerable to an open space. So they basically need a home setup where they are taken care like every 3 hours. They have to be bottle fed, which is a little difficult situation in a shelter atmosphere. So once they come out of that stage, we move them to the shelter space and try finding homes. It's similar with newborn puppies also. We try to save as many as possible, whatever is in our hands. We really cannot save the entire dog population because we do have limitations. There are many people there are many people who wants to adopt a dog, but they don't know which dog to pick and how to interact with them. So what we do is we ask them to come over to the shelter, introduce them to the puppies, initially the puppies, and then if working professionals, we always advise to take in a little older dog. So if they like a dog, we request them to come a couple of times, spend time with the dog, and after the adoption also we do keep a follow-up and do a hand-on helping out how to talk to how to take care basically, and how the behavioral, inside a house it's a totally different environment and they behave differently. So how to cope up with those kind of behavioral issues or any interaction or any this one that matters. This entire concept begins from how the child is brought up. So if my parents have instilled fear in me that a street dog would come and bite no matter what, I probably wouldn't have been doing this. So if you are not harming them, they are least bothered. They won't do anything. Of course, if a kid or any human being that matters comes and throws stones, at us as a defensive method, we will react back. It's the same with them. So you leave them alone, they will leave you alone. There are attachment with them, the ones which are there for years together, but finding a home, an individual home for them, nothing better than that. We require about around 30 kgs of rice to feed all of them on a daily basis. So that helps. Volunteer support, and of course funds are required. If not in monetary terms, rice. Even if you can't help anyway, just spread a word. Maybe just take a picture and share it on your wall on social media, where the common now social media thing, when I share, there's a group of people who only can see, but a person who's not related to animals, they get to see. So from there might be one or two people who would want a dog, or maybe who can just come and spend some time with the dogs. That's what's just the unconditional love. They don't expect anything from you, they just give. And even they really don't think that, okay, this person is bad or this person is good. It's the non-judgmental, unconditional love that they give.
Welcome back. So those who know me very well, they know that I love cycling a lot. I also love animals. Once upon a time, I had around 12 to 15 cats in my house. So I know how difficult it is to manage the expenses and to manage the cats. I always had a wish, I always had a dream that I wanted to ride for a good cause. Now I know this Precious Paws Foundation for quite some time now in Bangalore. They manage this shelter which has around 67 dogs and cats. So you can imagine how much difficult it is for them to manage the 67 little ones. That is why I have decided to go for a century ride, that is a 100k ride on October 17th, Saturday, to raise funds for this shelter. Now I would like to appeal in front of you to kindly come forward and sponsor a meal for these little ones. There is no minimum or maximum limit that you can sponsor. You can sponsor a day's meal, 2 days, 3 days, how much ever you want. Usually a 1-day meal for all the little ones will cost you around $1,000. So it's up to you how much you want to sponsor. The first 20 sponsors will get an assured gift from Rahul in Wonderland. So be the lucky one. Now I have included the account details of Precious Paws Foundation in the description. There are two ways. Either you can transfer the money directly to their bank account, or you can Google Pay the money to the number mentioned in the description. So guys, what do you say? Let's make sure that we have enough food for these little ones to last for the entire year. Let's do it. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you soon. Till then, take care, be safe and keep smiling.